Okay, so here we are in the dreaded contract of one of Trump doubles. One of Trump is tough enough as it is. Doubles generally means you're going down. Vulnerable is not a nice place to be, but it's going to happen. That's just life. That's just the way it is. So the bidding's gone past by East, one club by South, 1911 count. Is probably why we ended up with one of Trump. One spade overcall by West, one of Trump by North, pretty normal, and then double by East, showing a maximum passed hand, so 9 or 10 count. There's no real point in running with hands like these. If you had a 5-card suit, great. You have 5 clubs, just like that. But otherwise, just the North hand happens to have 5 diamonds or whatever. Then fair. But with 4-card suits, probably not for running. Okay, so the lead then is a 9 of spades. Now I suppose your first instinct in this case here would be to run the 9 of spades rather than the 10. That guarantees 2 tricks. But if you actually think about it, okay, West has 5 spades. They've obviously got the Ace Jack. And I suppose the big card is the 8 of spades. So where's the 8 of spades? So, West has got 5 spades and East has got 2 spades. So I suppose the odds are, 2.5 to 1, if you want to put it that way, that the 8 of spades is with West. So it's far better in this case to cover with the Queen of spades. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, trick 1. So then planning ahead, again, it looks kind of natural to lead a diamond to the Queen and then hope that the East has the King. And then a diamond back up. That's I suppose fair enough if it happens. But if a diamond to the Queen and then West hits that with a King, then oh man, we're not looking good, and we've just literally opened up the diamond suit. The other thing with this diamond suit is that it's what's known as a frozen suit. So in other words, if East or West opens up the diamonds, we get 2 tricks. So we really do not want to go near diamonds. We want to try and force the opposition to open up the diamond suit first. Clearly, clubs are no use, so this leaves hearts. Now, hearts are actually okay. I mean, you've got the Jack, you've got the 9, but 7, but a lot of pips there. Also, distribution-wise in hearts, because West has 5 spades and East has 2, it's far more likely that hearts are going to be 4-2 or 5-1. But East is definitely going to have longer hearts. So the plan, ideally, if you had enough entries and that kind of stuff, would be to lead a heart to the Jack and then finesse the 9 or the 7 or whatever it is, depending on what heart comes up for the West hand. Playing for double honor or even a single honor. Now, as can be seen, we don't exactly have a whole slew of entries in the south hand, so we might be forced to just play a hearts and a 9, put all our eggs in one basket, and that kind of leaves things a little more fluid because we're going to want, I suppose, because of the lack of entries and the tempo in the heart suit, we need to play it that way. Okay, so the first thing we do is we cover the Queen of Spades. Ace, and then West switches to a club. Now, given that West looks like they've led away from the King of Clubs, it's highly unlikely they do that with 3, so it's quite probable they have 4. So let's just go with that for the moment. Okay, we then need a spade, finesse our 7, Dory, there we go. So now we're absolutely 100% sure that West has 5 spades, and they have Jack 8x left, and East has 2. Okay, now we play a hearts and 9, cross our fingers, and that wins. Now this is huge. Okay, so this is a lot of information here. Okay, like West would never duck the 9 of hearts with a double on it. That just wouldn't make any sense because then hearts going to come back and he has to play back the air, so they would hit it. So West does not have the Ace King or 10 of hearts. That means the East has those cards. Also the 2 of hearts, right? Presuming they're playing count, if West had a doubleton, they would play high-low. So it looks like East has 5 hearts to the Ace King 10. Has the Queen of Clubs, that makes 9 points, and probably has the Jack of Diamonds 10 points. Okay, so West then has the Ace Jack of Spades, has the King of Clubs, and has the King of Diamonds. Okay, they're marked absolutely positive that West has the King of Diamonds at this point. Okay, so we win that one. So we need another heart to our Jack now. We're going to try and set up 2 heart tricks here. So another heart to the Jack. Because remember now that East doesn't have any entry anymore because the Queen of Clubs got taken out. Okay, so there's no real issue here. East is now going to return a club of some sort. The 9 of clubs. Okay, so if we remember the clubs at the moment are King 10, 8. Those are the magic clubs. So if West has those clubs, there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, he's going to take 3 clicks at this point. Okay, whether we cover or not doesn't make any difference. Okay, but any other combination means that there's a blockage in the East hand. So we might as well cover this, hoping there's a blockage. Okay, so King, and lo and behold, there is a blockage. Okay, so East has the 8 of clubs. Okay, and now account of the hand, we know exactly the distribution of the cards, right? West started with 5 spades. He's got 1 heart, we know that for sure. He's clearly got 4 clubs because he got 10 clubs, and that means he's got 3 diamonds to the king, right? So there's a 5, 1, 3, 4 distributions for West. Okay, now East is on lead, and East at this point really doesn't have any good options. If they cash the ace of hearts and continue another heart, West has to find 2 discards. The first discard, well, he's squeezed. He's absolutely squeezed horribly, absolutely horribly. Because he has to hold on to 2 spades, so he's going to have to discard a diamond. And then on the next heart, he's absolutely killed. Like, if he discards a club, then our 7 of clubs is the winner. If he discards a diamond, then his king of diamonds is coming down. So East's best chance at this point is probably to cash the ace of hearts and then switch to a diamond. Okay, on the ace of hearts, West would pitch a club, but he has to hang on to 3 diamonds. He can't hold on to 2. It's no use. And then on the diamond, he would have to put in the 8. Obviously, he can't put in the king. But if it's in the king, then the diamond goes to the queen, and then we've got the heart entry. Can't do that. And then with the north hand, then we just simply play the ace diamonds another diamond. We know the diamond's 3-3. We know where the king is. West can't unblock the king, as that just gives another diamond, and then West is going to get played into giving us the last 2 spade tricks. If East comes back small diamonds, that runs to our 10, and we're exactly the same scenario. We just play the ace diamonds, play diamond to queen, and West is then played. If East plays a small heart, we win that, and then we can just play a club and play West. West either now has to lead away from the queen of diamonds or has to give us 2 spade tricks. So either way, we're making this compact. Okay.